Hello, I'm Amanda Berlin here with Don Oland, and we are bringing you the Holiday Relationship Challenge 12 days to keep the happy in the holidays. And today we are diving right in, no holds barred, no pulled punches. We are tackling the green monster of the holidays, and we're not talking about the Grinch. We are talking about money. Ah! It seems like spending is what the holidays are all about this time of year. And it's really kind of stress inducing and anxiety producing for those of us that really want to give the best possible gifts and make the holiday memorable for the people that we love. So, how do we deal with all that push and pull of wanting to make the holidays meaningful and not overspending and but making dreams come true and having experiences like the one that I had when I got my video camera when I was 17 years old, and it was like my favorite holiday gift ever, and I had tears in my eyes because I felt like my parents had fulfilled my every holiday wish and dream. And who knows if that was a burden for them, if they felt stress around that, or if it was no big deal. They frankly told me they don't even remember giving me that gift. So I guess it wasn't that big of a deal to them, but to me, it meant a lot. So how do we make the holidays meaningful for our family and friends in purchasing gifts without driving ourselves to the poorhouse and feeling stress and anxiety around gift giving? Don, tell us your ideas.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I was a child, I thought money grew on trees. Until I looked under the tree and realized there wasn't as many presents as I thought I could get. And as an adult, I'm still trying to find that money tree. And I think all of us as kids, we just think about the gifts, and we don't put much thought at times into what's going on behind it for parents making it all happen. And we as parents do feel the pressure of gift giving. And so when it comes to spending your money for gifts, you want to be able to think about, what drives the spending. Is it Wall Street and the pressure to spend and to get the latest things and make sure your kids have, the most expensive, toy or gadget or gift? Or is it really about the meaning behind it? So when you think about spending, is it about buying pressure or is it about bonding experience? And you have to decide there within your values what you want that to be about. And I would imagine most people want it to be a bonding experience, right?
Right.
So when you think about giving, think about the joy of giving and not about the guilt of spending. And so for a parent, you may want to start having that conversation together with your spouse if you're married, or you have a partner, and begin to be clear on what that really is all about, those values around it. Because you do want to make opportunities for your kids to be able to have those wonderful experiences like you had, Amanda, when your parents did get you that video camera. And there's nothing better for a parent than to see their kids' eyes light up or maybe tears come to their eyes because it becomes a connecting experience. So when I think about spending, I think not about buying per se, I think more about bonding. And maybe that's a good place to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about communicating that to our kids? How can we communicate that shift in values?
I think it's really important that you communicate it to your kids because your kids are getting so much communication through media. They're getting bombarded, as you talked about earlier, with advertisement. And so they're just looking at it from this idea of what am I going to get? What do I want? And to teach them the value about gift giving, that it really is not about what you get, it's about the meaning of the gifts and the whole idea behind the expression of it. So it's teaching your kids about that, and also about perhaps not just receiving gifts, but giving gifts.
Right.
So they can start to think about not just imagine what they're going to have under the tree that they're receiving, but what they can put under the tree that they can give, and also have the joy of being able to see, a parent or a sibling smile, when they get
Yeah.
something really cool.
Right. Yeah. And also using gift giving as a way to recognize or honor certain qualities or attributes or talents in the people that we love, and communicating the reason why you got this gift for this person because you recognized this particular talent in art or this particular love of videography in my case. or
Well, here you are in
whatever.
front of a camera right now, right?
Right.
And it's so interesting to see how some gifts sometimes, and I think if you could think through your gift giving and think about your kids and maybe what kind of gift expresses some kind of potential talent or some kind of interest that they have, that can be a great way of expressing the meaning behind it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds like we have two important takeaways here, that we want to shift the intention behind gift giving from this expression of money and spending to really an expression of recognition and intention and meaningful gift giving. And we also want to communicate that to our friends, family, and children that, we got this gift for a reason. We got this for you because you really wanted it, but also because it reminded us of this about you, and that there's a value there. And it also sounds to me like our third takeaway should be that, we're all told to plan ahead for the holidays. People that wait till the
Yep.
last minute end up spending more. But in this case, this kind of intentional gift giving really does require a little bit of extra thought and time. So start planning now. And then when this holiday passes, just keep in mind that this is the kind of gift giver that you are now. And you have to take the time to, start making your lists in July.
Yeah, absolutely. And you again, this is all about keeping the happy in the holidays, right?
Exactly.
If you go from the pressure of buying and shift it to the pleasure of bonding,
Right.
right? Then I think you're finding a way to keep the happy in the holidays.
I love it. It sounds good. So we'll be back to you tomorrow with the next
Yes.
challenge in the 12 days to keep the happy in the holidays. So we will see you then.
Have a great day spending.
Bye.